I reinvented myself, and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends, and got a couple new ones. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break no bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Back home, it's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Gurley again here on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Past the 20. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Dancing away at the 30. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Ryan to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Man, he got in the gun to adjust and account for that.
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Hey, wait. Gun.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 43. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a first and 10 at the 11. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D.
And it'll be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Justin Hardy deep for Atlanta. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go. Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A sizable gain there of 9 yards, but it's still 3rd and long.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tuesday.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Gets by him at the 25. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 39 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Finding room at the 30. And a cutback right. Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley. 84 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And here now come the Falcons. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Ryan. Flushed out right. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught over the middle. Horper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Tuesday.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Michael Brockers able to collapse the pocket and drop it for a loss of a yard. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. On first down, Ryan. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abukum coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to his...
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper, 55 yards. Well, the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This is taken at the 3. Twisting away. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Another carry now for Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tackle made by the 2nd-round pick, Isaiah Oliver. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situations?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game. The Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything but, boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss, threw an interception. The Rams kicked the field goal and won. Defense still exists if you care to play it.
That one good for 15 and a first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. Good move by... It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Zerline connects on the extra point. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Ryan, flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A play fake to Gurley, now gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, 32 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So out come the Falcons now. Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here's Ryan. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now it's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Goff on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That goes for a gain of 31. From the red zone now, Goff. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return will stop right around the 25. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. DC. Throwing now, Goff. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Brian Poole, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pass. So many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw on second down is Goff. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Tech McKinley in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And no, it's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Have an all white rank.